up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus,
Wow, things aren't getting lively.
Why not the
Blast?
Yeah, wherever.
So we should leave.
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some.
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently.
But that's what everyone's.
No need to worry. The war, aside from Starskiff,
What do you think, Himiko? Since we.
There's certainly, with Madame Harda's help,
Aw, so.
being an adult means. So, here's the plan.
What do you two think? I don't.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danheng.
just let you two. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The ambrosial and since he has extended an.
Coming back to this place brings back so. Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. This time we're not being quite unusual, I must say. Such is the fate of us native. Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Hey, you guys! Did they just call us? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou La Fu?
We know a little.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lawfu?
Exactly. We're Xian. Most of the tourists are.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony.
I've heard the ring was actually converted. The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait.
We're looking for unique...
You're the expert here.
Good idea. The everyday vibe.
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline pumping.
Thanks for the suggestion. Well,
Look, Yanqing's here.
Oh, really? Let's go catch up with it.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we left.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danheng. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy.
Seriously?
I was a bit.
Yep. With the war dance coming up, the general said this ceremony, it's a way to showcase. By the way, the Sia. Yeah. But Madame Yukong, I heard General.
By the way, Yan. It's fun.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
Just mentioned security. And now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me.
Hey, what's that?
We'll go with.
Watch out
Forget the civilians. I'll deal with him. Medicine? Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Not good. New data network activated. Time for a good old counter.
Familiar.
Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
This combat. This is double speed.
I'll see you off.
Still water uplift. I weep for the departed. It did so far.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
While we appreciate your rescue...
Sorry. Once we're done with the formality.
But this shit...
According to the protocol...
But we didn't...
Looks like this argument... Who's in charge here?
It's my fault.
The ward, according to the protocol.
Please don't blame me.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun. Here's what...
So, and I...
Honestly, just, you know, with all the outside...
We'll make sure these...
I see. Maybe I should...
Oh, you look...
Please don't...
What are those...
Those werewolf mob, the Borison, have been their presence is... Yeah. Well, enough. I'd love to chit-chat. Thank you, but by the way...
perhaps...
All right, let's...
Don't worry.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers. Success is a failure.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while. Oh. Allow me to introduce you to General Wyatt. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist.
Elder Huayan is not only...
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life net.
It's an honor to meet you.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrose?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lafu...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lafu and will attend the war dance.
You're more than welcome.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lafu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance. Ready?
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell...
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when...
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out...
Yes, it is. Now that we...
No, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield... As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string. And it missed. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you refuse...
So much for Lafu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one...
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yen...
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't...
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much.
Such grandiose...
Well, everyone, I'll find another
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me.
You needn't apologize.
All right, Yun Li.
Yanqing, see if you can come.
I'm on it.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Lafu respect. It's a shame the Lafu's swordmaster. Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate? So, you're not a participant? Well, you can still sign up. The Cloud Knight's ring is always open. I have some things to do. Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So, I guess you... Besides, the swords, I didn't intend to keep his. I'll give that poor flying sword some... so he can forget it.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me... Looks like the general is given... Well, it's not... It's just... you know... well, let's...
It is the Lafu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the You're
overthinking it, Jingyuan. However, I have no clue what the Yaojing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xian... The Marshal knows everything. She has come. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived?
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff.
You must be the messengers.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moser.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends them
Master heard about
a spectacular view. Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being...
Please do not misunderstand me, General. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and...
Drat. I forgot. Unacceptable if it weren't for the generals. By...
Reserved?
Maybe I'm...
No, you're not.
That's right.
That's what...
What's so unusual?
The war dance is just... Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan...
Hold him accountable? Come on!
Don Shu's rebellion at Ventilia's...
The ambrosial art...
Yes. Once the spark of suspicion.
Aw, I was so... By the way, I...
And out...
Thanks to your words, the general is under...
Come on. Did I...
Miss March is right still.
He looks like...
This...
No worries. Hey, who's
Well, since you're willing...
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people?
That toxic voice sounds familiar.
You know what? This is a straight up snack. I'm hearing you loud. Keep detaining my cargo. Don't think you can possibly staying on the Xianzhou.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral
They're in trouble?
Looks like you've met this I was sent here to deal...
And this is Mr. Scott.
So, you're...
Like I wanted to come.
What do you mean by snap?
Why did you bring the cargo?
Listen here.
Even if there are dangers.
But you'll have...
I understand.
In most cases, we don't...
Biological
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for...
The Alliance is regulating...
Oh, really?
This Mr. Scott... I heard how you helped Aramali.
What are you guys whispering about over there?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4.
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand. What's...
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any...
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call it?
Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. pulling out all the stops, and you've even dragged me. Since we've met each other before, Mr. Scott, let me share some.
You think you can scare me with that? What exactly do you...
Sure, you might purely be innocent victims of a Borisin attack. We may need to interrogate every one of your crew to eliminate.
You know what? I don't... We both need to follow the regulations.
How about this, pal? We go way back.
Are you seriously trying to bribe me right in front of everyone? If I show you any...
Don't worry. They'll get their cut too.
Let's just do this legally.
Well, you guys sure know how... Fine. I'll allow...
So, Mr. Well...
Yeah, you've got some insight.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the law firm.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with...
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't Wait
a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more... Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only... Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection. Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for one. Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC!
Turn it off! Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise. Enemy data net marker activated. Time for a good old counter! Time for a buzz.
Eternal stay.
And return!
Another journey begins for oblivion.
Ready for another?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nothing major. Bloom.
Good as new.
Repent.
Still water.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the...
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden bio. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological...
I'll take some samples for the alchemist.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask that, according to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain. I had a feeling that...
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be... Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that crisis. It's still early, so why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can...
I'd be happy.
And you three are coming too, right?
I'm here to pay my respects.
All these years. And the view of the Alchemy the tides come and go.
You're a Lofu native, Mr.
Yes. I grew up here. It's kind of sad.
The view here would be even better without...
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough, honestly, the alchemy...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadhara, the Vidyadhara and the
I may not know...
I see. Thank you for... While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate our Xianzhou for 30 years ago, my mentor served as alchemist. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within. And guess who arbitrated the...
What?
You heard it right. Alas, don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides...
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Yun Li! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world.
You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yun Li, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without...
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who...
You really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you...
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be... You know the Cloud Knight saying. A Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure. I can give it back to you now. But on the battle...
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagine celebrating.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't...
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So,
clearing out some abominations.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave?
It's so heartwarming to see both of you be... Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have... If you want a contest, I'll be the referee.
Lingsha.
It's for your own good, little Yun Li.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Shift the balance!
Ugh. Looks like my predecessor. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
This combat needs optimized. This is double speed.
Enemy status is network accessible. Time for a good old counter! A one-time enemy! Blade and flash! I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Enemy targets detected.
How many can you block? Strike apart!
How familiar.
Time for swordplay! Blade and flash!
That's half the work. Just for oblivion.
Ready for another?
Can I have fun
Enemy
this
status is
time?
network accessible. Time for a good old counter! A one-time enemy! Commencing support.
This combat needs... This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It takes us all. Still waters of
Time for love. Strike apart! Swords descend! We have the upper hand. Ready for another? Network festival. Time for a good old counterattack. You just bait. Blade and flush!
Destined for bliss. I weep for the departed. It takes us all.
I win, Miss Yunli! Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grand? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your...
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried... If you think you can just take this sword from my hand...
Well fought, my young friends.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Sanzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Sanzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General, known to...
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lafu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the Seat of Divine Foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Shao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse... Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance...
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective...
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few and...
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you...
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xian, as long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire. I don't... You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy.
Enjoy some tasty food.
Jeez. You really?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing... I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked...
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun, you think so too, right?
I agree.
I was talking about... Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen. I've had my fair share of
Don't underestimate yourself.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way...
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the...
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Shao and Hua Yan can see the truth.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to... These three braved great...
Well, I skimmed, but despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. But I've seen enough failures in my time.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one?
No. I am too.
This old man's words. Oh?
The Marshal ordered me to come. No need for that.
Thanks for your cut.
By introducing the Expresses, as for the ambrosial... Oh, by the way... Yes, it's this... There will be numerous... The host will dispatch...
What's this?
This sword case, I don't mean to boast. I've been wondering. Moreover...
Thank you.
If you want to give me...
I know you're all...
Yeah.
The outcome of our duel...
That's exactly what I...
Not to be...
While you both seem... We don't know who the winner...
How does that...
In my humble opinion, I'd be greatly pleased if the...
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless.
I noticed just now that...
Oh, wait! Are you... Why am I being dragged?
Things are already...
He strikes best for Miss Smart.
I appreciate... Plus, I...
That's considerate.
Looks like March is...
So Miss Yunli has...
General?
Yang Qing.
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed...
It's up.
At least that way, I won't.
Hey, then I'm on...
Great! Yunli and I will...
You're... General Huayan's gone.
Yeah.
Because... But from his point of view, since the crew's action and he wants...
Elder Huayan is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. He's the Lawfu Ringmaster, and won't let any...
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukon?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years.
Still, Steve.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar...
Jiao Cho. He's been my given my background.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and set as your friend. May I ask...
The Arbor's rebirth has... Although, the reports from the law... As you know, the Lawfu precept... It is for these reasons. Well, duty...
I understand. The Law Fu has unfortunately...
That's true.
Hule.
The nemesis of the...
Usually, only...
The Foxians, and given the situation, that's why I was sent here. Well, not every...
Tell
the Verdant Knights fought. However, someone...
Our people?
No. Not... I oversleep?
There you are.
You haven't forgotten about our prom.
Hey, why?
This is, let me make it clear. Swordplay trick. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance.
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already.
You need to toughen up and...
You're so fun.
I found a quiet.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry. Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might, as the host,
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing?
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movement.
You're awesome, Master Yun Li!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Zhu-Ming sword.
Actually, I've prepared something.
Huh? You have a gift for me too?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But
Thank you, Master Yun.
bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
Have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Luofu swordplay is all about being swift, agile, swords to
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Yes, you! Like this?
Well done!
How many can you block?
Bladed flight! Right on time.
Yeah! I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Strike apart!
Awesome! You'll make good practice. Watch a true heart and focused mind. Here I come. Show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
What are you mumbling about?
is over. Swords descend!
Nice job! Melt! Down to earth! I get it! Alright, check out this move! With self-strength!
How many can you block?
I didn't expect
Miss March's quick hands and a
However, she lacked
given the situation. Her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses.
The skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A loot?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, Mark 7.
Aww. Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off! Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off! You can never have enough skills! Let's train some more! Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my swords. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter. Both masters are super strict. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword, thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. Looking forward to your reply.
Well done! Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both.
Get real. You've only been practicing.
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yun Li.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No, no.
Can you believe it? actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Sanjo blade.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yenjing wields...
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train in a... Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance.
You're...
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu.
Got it.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
If you know nothing about martial arts...
From my professional experience, it's like your sword teaching men. For example, Golden Egg.
All this talk about food is making...
Aren't you a healer? Why are you...
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I fought...
So...
I'm a healer. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about...
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine?
No.
This is called tumble dye. Well, it depends. Increase the dose. This thing can sit.
That make...
Looks like...
Hey, why the insults?
Seems like you get...
Picture this. In the throes of surviving the battle.
Perhaps you've When I was appointed as... And this is how the war dance is the...
That's quite an hearing you speak...
You want to see the Sky Splitter? Let's go. I'll give you it.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Lawfu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the cloud since I was a kid. I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom, even in the thick of battle. Facing down savage each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best. But then, I faced a really tough opponent, and just one slash shattered my... After that, I often act while the general, but as a member of the clique, that's why.
Oh, Yenjing.
Age doesn't really matter.
It's not polite to ask a girl her age.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking...
You don't talk like a cook.
Need I
Well, I don't...
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on my... father. was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hand. So, whenever I come across someone...
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not... Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost in...
What happened, Mr.
Oh, nothing. Judging from my profession... Well, we've seen...
What?
It's getting late, Miss March. By the way, Yanqing...
Actually...
I understand.
Seriously?
Now, why don't we...
What? You...
For some reason. All right.
Just shut up! You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission. Dedicating yourself. I'm doing my best when the guns go off. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
And impromptu, it's...
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break...
Sorry.
Big sis! Let's go! I wanna...
Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. The big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yanqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go! I want to play in Everyone Planes!
Come on! Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the three...
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you...
I knew that from the beginning!
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Jumi, who all know my glorious name. My recognition.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments. I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them and cut the theatrics, Gulak.
Even the slight...
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiff, weapons, supplies.
So, I have no clue.
Just hang it.
Let's just put the cargo here. Lord Moktok said that as soon...
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping.
This is just me.
Don't be so paranoid.
Well, Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiff. They keep talking about their plans.
They're definitely up to something.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! Watch out! They're on high alert!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get it too hard.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Watch out! They're on high alert! What are they up to? They're all wearing official
Never mind who they are. Let's...
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships with Lord Moktok is ready.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's that? It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Force would take 10 of you!
Adusa! Die, you lowly beast!
Eternal stay.
And return!
How familiar.
You took the bait. Time for a bow. This is double speed.
That's half the work. No water to uplift. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their...
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be... They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were They can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion. Oh no.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for... That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, while I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing. Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So...
Please, go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you...
You have a clever...
The Merlin's Claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants...
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be...
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Urilo 6, the world that the...
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager, but here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
Could you please give us another chance? I'd like to answer that question again.
No problem. But remember that a debate is like...
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver...
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. Let's move on to the next question. But here's the thing.
If the Law Fu hadn't exiled Dan Heng, leaving the Videodora with no leader, they wouldn't have fought.
Imbibitor Lune was exiled due to his own crimes.
I was concerned about the...
But he returned. According to the report, she disguised herself as... Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my... Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think?
The two, however, first, the disciples of Saint Second, you will third, you and...
Merlin's Claw.
From the moment I walked in.
As for the step and as for the wolf.
But, unfortunately,
So what are you?
as a fellow our personal, just as what
You knew.
the scouts of the
An entity?
according to the report. That's right. You're lucky that I've always had faith.
What's in this?
General Jing Yuan, and for that, no.
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might.
There.
Oh, there's
So,
exactly.
it makes sense.
And as for Hule, do you act?
The Xianzhou.
You're deaf. I hope you won't.
I'll call as you wish.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges have...
The shackling prison.
Don Hung.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open... This is one of many endings. If you're ready, I'll...
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yao.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Feisha. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the war due to his heinous acts, he has
no need to repeat his crime.
When it comes to visiting, I know you've heard it has been censored. The forest of the complex rules.
I apologize.
I've given you the instruction. And please.
No,
Then you won't be allowed.
Just swallow it all. Thousands of years ago. I knew you were a reason. Your Honor.
What is it?
No. Never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before. Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the fixed room.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Law.
Even though you and I have met before, We can't show any favor. This is not a place for ordinary mortals.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism.
Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delta. Even the toughest long-life species would have a... Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates?
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers, I had a feeling there would be trouble. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. I caught a glimpse of the, well, business. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Why are these things moving on their own? Something is wrong. The guards aren't responding.
Familiar.
Enemy data is network accessible. Time for a good old counterattack. Time for a bug. Good as new. It's going wild, just like a Borison.
We're on our own.
And return!
Still water for the flip. I weep for the departed. It is my fault.
Making support. Time for a bug. Enemy data to network accessible. Time for a good old counterattack.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found these things showing up in the shackling prison.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, and to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for.
Here we are.
Haven't we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a kit?
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lamp. Turns. Please take a look.
It's better to use your brain. Save your strength.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians. According to custom, envoys from the Yao, even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hulei to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yaoqing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed, because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to... Could you be the key to a cure for the General? Hulei.
And once again, the envoys of the Yaoqing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level! Send reinforcements!
Nobody will hear here. At the bottom of the shaft. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! There are too many of them!
Once we were inside, we found soldiers failing us everywhere.
More seasons.
You took the bait. Time for a bug.
Just for a bit. I weep for the departed. It is my fault.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you. But I promise.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before?
Eternal sleep.
And return!
I like adding fuel to the fire. A little worship.
This combat need. This is double speed.
I'll see you off.
Another journey begins. Still water uplifted.
More seasons.
Familiar. Just for a bit.
How presumptuous! Die now!
Leave if you can, or
I weep for the departed.
It's not time yet.
It is my fault.
Receive divinity.
Don't worry. It's just
I'm
a
on it.
script.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before?
Eternal sleep.
And return!
Little worship.
Can I have that?
Free will, still water uplifted.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
long time. Boy, welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt?
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's will?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Sanjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a type. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I still...
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than the Foxians think.
We have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the program. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives, if it means setting you...
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you...
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go... give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, do you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing... And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out! We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication...
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and...
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid...
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each...
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borison tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there...
We'll have to bend the rules.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey...
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Let's wait and see.
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly.
Follow me to the next floor.
The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through. Some Spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they...
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find...
Shui Yi is here.
Miss Shui Yi bravely sacrificed herself.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Boris and...
So... the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between... We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Huh? Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn. Let me see. The damage isn't too... If I can fix it up, my sister will... Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time. It's just a temporary solution. This Psycrane can't hold all of me. Sister, what did you see when you were...
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage?
Besides the Borison, there were other invisible intruders? What does that even mean? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and make sure you deliver the news to the outside world. I understand. Please be careful with the sister.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Wait! Something feels off.
The invisible intruders? These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Let's settle this.
Another journey.
Eternal slip
And return!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Aren't you looking for me?
Can I have fun this time? Time for a vote. Enemy data secure. Network festival. Time for a good old counter.
Let's settle this.
Just for oblivion.
Commencing support. You took the bait. Time for a vote.
I'll see you off.
This is double speed.
Eternal slip
And return!
Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's just a
Repent.
scrap. Still water for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just focus on the fight.
Huh. More enemies. Time for a vote.
You chose the wrong.
Enemy data set. Network festival. Time for a good old counter.
For oblivion. Familiar.
Ready for another? Can I have fun this time?
Move. Don't worry, it's just
Eternal step.
And return!
Not good.
How familiar. Still water for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Enemy targets detected.
Another blood debt repaid.
So what if I repeat it? It's the truth after all. At least 2 different groups have their hiding technique. Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back. The prison on the Law Fu is a real maze. I must...
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your...
No. You can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches, and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know the worst-case scenario. And the best-case scenario... The best-case scenario would be, hopefully, some...
You should have a way of comforting...
As a person of the Yaoqing...
I have to make it out alive. Yeah.
None of you are part of the 10 once we reach the gate. Now, let's... We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me. The gate is just ahead. I will hold them back. Don't let Hulei...
Repay!
Do we? Enemy data is network accessible. Time for a good old counter! This combat me. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
I'll see you all.
Free will for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It is my fault. Another blood debt repaid. Stream forth. The gleam of gold
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate.
So this hostage is useless now.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless this, loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jin?
Oh, just look at you, falling so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Shao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more my identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding.
Lowly beast.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this.
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember. We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou. Now Duran's robes. Follow.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received them. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule.
What about the Yao Qing messengers? And the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge. From both the abominations of abundance and the... If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue who...
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is